welcome back to my channel. My name is Yasmin. If you are new here, welcome. I am a reseller on platforms like eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. So if you like reseller content, make sure you subscribe to my channel and join me on my reselling journey. So today, guys, I have quite a bit different video than I would normally post. So one of the things that I've been trying to work on this year is being organized, organizational skills. So that means I'm really trying to organize my inventory, because before I kept my shoes in the basement, I kept my clothing inventory in my office. However, now I'm trying to do things a little bit different. Since I am planning to grow my business gradually, I want to be able to utilize the space that I have available in a smart way, because yes, things can get a little hectic if I don't stay organized, and I don't want to lose my inventory as it's starting to grow. Like I said, I kept all my shoes downstairs in the basement and all of my clothing in the office. But as I am trying to expand my business, I am trying to gradually grow, I really want to stay organized. And in order for me to stay organized, I need to start doing SKU numbers. And that is something that I really wasn't doing before. And I just happened to have this randomly in here because there was something in here that sold, and so now I'm gonna reuse it for something else. But I'm gonna be showing you guys what my space looked like before and what I'm currently working on now. Now, what I'm going to be showing you guys today is not the final product. This is something that's probably gonna take time, and it's gonna evolve, and as I figure things out. Now, this is what works for me in the moment with the listings that I currently have. So whatever you are doing in your reselling business, I'm right along with you, whether you're listing, photographing, or whatever you do today for your business. Work with me. I hope we can both motivate each other and encourage each other to stay organized, to be consistent in our reselling business. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to my unfinished basement. This is a project that we do plan to tackle in the near future, but as for now, our basement is still unfinished. That's why you guys see this space look like that. There's no walls yet. So this is what I've been working on. I am going to show you guys a preview of what this space used to look like. Shoes were everywhere on the floor, on top of boxes, and I'm just decided to finally get organized and put all of my shoes in banker boxes. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like inside. Obviously, in the listing, I have the code or where each item is located in my room, whether it's in the basement or still upstairs in my office space, which I'm trying to decide if I should just move all of my inventory to the basement and just have one designated area for my entire inventory, or if I should just have shoes downstairs and clothing upstairs. I haven't figured it out yet, but again, this is something that I'm going to be changing as I go until I figure out what is the best way to do this. So for now, let me show you guys what I have inside the boxes and how I'm organizing my inventory, especially shoes, because they were everywhere. So now see where they are now. So I've been utilizing these 24 by 12 by 10 banker boxes, and this is how I'm storing my shoes. They're each in a poly bag, and let me see here. Obviously, in my listing, I have the bin number of where each item is. So this is how I'm storing shoes. Now, these are 100% compostable, they're eco-friendly, they break down. They're not gonna break down now, but if I were to want these to break down, they should break down in a few months or so. But that is not my plan because I need them. Okay, so there was a little blurper there. So I've been looking at that direction because I'm used to my lenses being on that direction, but this time my lenses are on this side. And so I'm really having a hard time remembering that my lenses are on this side, so I need to look at this side of the camera instead of this side. So yeah, this is what I've been working on. I've been trying to put all of my shoes on these banker boxes. They are 24 by 12 by 10 if I'm not mistaken. But the reason I haven't stored the men's shoes is because they are bigger and they did not fit in my 10 by 10 bags. There is a company that I am utilizing to purchase eco-friendly bags. So what that simply means is that they do break down. Currently, they only have like clear bags. I think it's like a 9 by 12 and a 12 by 18. So I did inquire about their 12 by 15, but currently they don't have them available. See, I'm still looking at the wrong direction. I'm sorry, they don't have them available, so I had no choice but to purchase the 12 by 18. So they're gonna be a little bigger than what I wanted, but shoes like these, shoes like this that are just super big, they're gonna fit perfectly. So that's why you see shoes out, is because I could not find the proper bag for it. Now, again, I'm trying to stay clear from plastics, so I did have to do a lot of research to find eco-friendly bags that I can use, because I am really trying to stay clear as much as possible, as much as I can from utilizing plastic. Anyways, that's a whole nother discussion, but I try to do things as eco-friendly as possible. So yeah, I am starting to just label my boxes, and so this is each bin letter. Letters are just easier for me to remember, and then inside, you know, I think I already showed you guys, but anyways, that is how I'm storing all of my shoes here. I may decide to bring my clothing as well downstairs and put them in these banker boxes, which I recommend, but I need to replace this and buy something that's more durable. This is a plastic, and so it really wiggles a lot. So this baby is going to be getting replaced, and I'm just gonna try to buy something that's more durable, like steel or something like that. I'm pretty sure I can find that at Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever. But yeah, especially if I'm going to be stacking and there's gonna be more weight, these plastics are not gonna really do too much. And again, I don't really recommend this. Let me show you guys a mess. But so these are our personal shoes, but a lot of resellers use these, which is fine if shoes is not the main category that you sell on, but I do not recommend it. I mean, you can fit as much here as possible, as these are all our personal shoes, but I don't recommend them just because you can fit so much more into these. And you can have them in bags, and they're all nice and organized. You just pull out. It's so much organized there, so I definitely recommend this much better. Again, it's better to have your shoes inside these banker boxes. It's just way organized. It's a lot more easier to find your shoes than if you have them just everywhere. See how I was able to make this space more compact, because initially my shoes were just everywhere. I mean, they were taking a whole lot of space, but this is much better. I do have shoes in those boxes, so I'm trying to decide what to do, if I should just keep the boxes or not. But what I may end up doing, I may just end up putting everything in those banker boxes, just because it's more organized and it looks a lot better. Okay, so now let's go upstairs and tackle the mess upstairs. Okay, another thing that I did was remove a lot of the clothing that I had from my closet because it was really getting jam-packed in there that it just wasn't realistic for me to just keep pushing and making everything so constrained and so tight in there. So I just decided to utilize these cubic storing units to put my clothing. Right here, I have all of my sweaters, and this is all just women and this is all men, but I do have them folded in the meantime. However, what I'm going to be doing, so I have everything folded, but again, I think I'm going to just switch everything into these right here. So these are, honestly, I picked these up at Target. They are made from plants, and these are like the gallon bags, and these are 100% compostable, so they do break down. Instead of breaking down, I guess, in thousands of years like plastic, they should break down in maybe a couple months. This is just what works for me and what I want to do. Every business has something they believe in, what their business is all about, and I want to be able to be as eco-friendly as possible, especially because as businesses, we do utilize so much material, so much things and supplies. So if I could just keep it as eco-friendly as possible, that would be great. I will feel much better about my business, or just feel better about myself and not contributing to this waste problem. So this is again, a bag that I just happen to have there. I did sell a pair of shoes this morning, and this is where it was. And this is a bag that I'm just not gonna give to the customer. I'm going to use it again. You can get these probably at Target for like, I don't know, $5 or something. Something like that. I think they were like $3 something. They did go up a little bit more on their prices. So sadly, that's kind of what is going on in the world today. So work with me as I just try to get these into the bags. So I might be removing this because I might just put letters in here. And since I do already have downstairs ABC all the way through F or something is where I stopped, I may just do a double letter for each. 1-digit letter is for shoes and 2-digit letters is for clothing. I don't know. Okay, so I went ahead and removed this women's top blouses, and I'm going to replace it with a letter. Again, I'm going to be using double letters for clothing just in general, whether they're men or women. I'm also probably going to use that for accessories as well. So I'm just going to be using these address labels that I picked up at Target, and I'm just going to use a Sharpie to put my label there. This is going to be AA, and so then I'm just going to stick it right up here on the bin. And so I'm going to be using these gallon bags. I wish they were the sliders. They're so much easier. Anyways, these 10 by 10 will work. I just have to really fold my things very, very good. I am going to be labeling the bag as well. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be placing the label on this corner so that I can stack them nicely, and I'm going to put AA1 and then AA2, so that's going to be like that clothing designated number. And so then I'm going to come to my computer is right here, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I put a custom label on my listing. On eBay, they have a custom label section, and so you just enter the SKU number, and that's gonna help me find my item when it does sell. So let's say, for example, let me just move the camera. Say for example, this is going to be A, and then number 1. That's the SKU number that I'm giving this clothing. And let me go ahead and use this. So I'm going to be storing this shirt right there. Again, I have to be very, very, I have to make sure that I fold everything nice and small. That way I can find it. So there it is. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and lock it, and there you go. And then I'm gonna be storing it there. But for now, I'm just gonna set it to the side. I'm gonna go ahead and go into my eBay store and make sure I put the information. So I'm just gonna go into my listings and find that item, which is right here. I'm gonna edit it. Okay, so I in my eBay store, I'm sorry, I'm trying to multitask here. So right here, you guys see where it says custom label right there. And again, I'm going to be using this custom SKU number, AA1, for that express shirt. Let me just make sure that it's the correct blouse. Yes, it is. So then I'm just gonna go ahead and save it, and we're listed. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing with all of my listings from this bin right here. So work with me as I do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some music on, and well, the music's probably already playing in the background, but this is what I'm going to be doing. It's just gonna be a repetitive task. That is why it's so important to be organized from the beginning. Have a plan, how you're gonna store your inventory. Have a system in place, because if you wait till now, like me, currently I have 242 listings on eBay, I believe. If you decide to start your own business, make sure that you have a system in place right from the get-go, because for me, I'm just now running out of space. So now I literally have to come up with a plan to fit all my inventory. So I wish I would have done this from the beginning, because now, you know, clothing are not fitting in my closet anymore. It was jam-packed, and that's why I started to put them in these bins. So, but imagine I have to do this for 200 and close to 250 listings. So yeah, that's gonna be a lot of work. This definitely has been keeping me busy. It has been a couple weeks since I've been working on this. Don't wait till the last minute. Make sure you have a system in place. Stay organized, because you don't want to get to that point where things just kind of get out of control. If you are planning to do this for real, then have a system in place. I cannot stress that enough. So again, what I'm doing, same thing I was doing earlier, just designating each piece of clothing to putting them in like a little storage bag. That's what I'm gonna call them, storage bags, because I'm like, they're not polymailers. Or they could be, I don't know. People call them all sorts of stuff. Storage bags, freezer bags, food bags, I don't know. But so I have to do this for all my listings, and I'm trying to fold everything very neatly. And these are not all the way clear bags, but I can still see what the item is. I can still see the name of the brand if that's what I was looking for. So it's not all lost. Again, these are made from plans, not that you care, but just showing you what I'm using, because I am trying to stay away from all these plastic. All right, so now I'm looking for this shirt. I'm putting it in the computer. What was the name of this brand? It's BCX. So I look on my listing, BCX. And I'm editing all my listings on eBay, really. I'm not gonna go to Poshmark and update, you know, the SKU number for every item. But what I'm doing, since I primarily put everything first on eBay, when I need to, if something sells on Poshmark, I do have to delete it from eBay, so I'll just quickly look there and see where it is. That's kind of just what works for me now. Going forward, I am going to put the SKU number, custom label for my item. That way things don't get lost. So let me just start putting these on the floor. It is starting to get a little crowded in here in my desk. So do you guys have a inventory system? How you guys store your items, how you guys store your inventory, your shoes, your clothing? I'm interested to know how you guys do things, because obviously it's late in the game for me and I'm just now starting to do this because like I said, I am planning to grow my business, and so I need to have a better system, and that's why I just decided to do this before I get more inventory and have nowhere to put it. So that's why I got those banker boxes. Really guys, we're just individuals. We are just not meant to multitask, because people say, oh, I can multitask. No, you can't. You cannot devote your whole time and attention to 2-3 times at the same time. Like, that's just impossible, guys. So one thing at a time. And as I'm talking, I feel like I'm getting a little distracted and lost here. I'm like, let me make sure I put the correct SKU number on here on the computer, because I don't want to lose things and then be like, where did I put that? So this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the evening. It's just trying to get organized, guys. If you have not watched my video about my goals for 2022, why I failed as a reseller in 2021, I had no organizational skills there. Not that I'm not an organized person, I just wasn't organized. Since I'm really trying to take my business to the next level, that is something that I definitely have to have in place in order to have some success. And this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the evening, at least for the next 45 minutes or so, before my husband gets home from work. And make sure you stay hydrated for sure. I'm also going to try to utilize every single space available. So if you see there's some room here, I'm going to try to put some in here as well. As you can see, they are all labeled, easy to grab, and I'm also putting them in the custom label there. So that one is A7. And then I'm just going to go ahead and save it. So that box is almost full, and I have 2 more pieces of clothing to store. So I was literally able to fit about 20 items in these bins right here. So that is really good. We're making progress. And I'm going to do that with all of the other bins. I'm going to try to fill them and store them with as much inventory as possible. So that's awesome to be able to fit at least 20. And I think I could still fill it up maybe to 25, but I think I'm gonna stop at 20 just to kind of keep it a little bit more organized and stuff are not starting to stack, and then I'm trying to dig through things. So, but if I keep them nice and lined like that, I should be able to find them easily. So almost done, and we're almost there. All done. So I was able to fit 20 pieces of items in this bins right here. So this is how I'm going to be storing my inventory now. So this is working for now. So that's pretty good that I was able to fit 20 items. And the reason I did a double letter AA, because you saw downstairs how for shoes I only have one letter, like letter A for example. The reason why I did double letters for these, if it gets to the point where I don't fit inventory in this room anymore and I have to transfer everything downstairs, it's going to be a lot easier to transfer. Instead of having to redo all of this, it's just going to be easier for me just take them out from this bin and transfer them into a banker box, which is gonna be eventually the goal. But for now, I don't have a lot of clothing inventory, so for now this system works, but it's gonna get to the point where I'm gonna have to start transferring everything into banker boxes. So that is now. So this is going to be after and this is before. So we're gonna put everything in storage bags. That way it's more organized and it's not looking like a hot mess. Nice and organized now. So I'm going to be working on this for the next couple weeks or so. I'm not trying to burn myself out. I'm trying to just do a little bit, tackle a little bit at a time. That way I don't burn myself out and then I lose motivation to do it. This is what I'm doing, and I'm gonna just finish doing this. Hope you enjoyed this video. So make sure you give me a thumbs up because that lets me know if you enjoy content like this. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.